Now we are going to discuss about the escape speed. First try to understand the definition of escape speed. The minimum velocity with which the body should be projected from the surface of earth. So here it is a minimum velocity which required to body projected from the earth surface. That velocity, that speed we are knowing it is escape speed. It is denoted by the letter V. So let us try to understand the derivation for it. For that we are considering the kinetic energy of projection is equals to gravitational potential energy. As we have learned already the expression for gravitational potential energy, you know its formula. We have got W is equals to, or U is equals to, minus GMM upon R. Here we are taking this plus because here this is numerically equals to plus GMM upon R. So the kinetic energy of projection, you already know the formula of kinetic energy, that is half mv square. So we can write the equation for a v square. This m, small m and small m is getting cancelled. So this 2 it will be go here. We are getting the equation for v square, that is equals to 2gm upon R. We can write the equation for a v. Here is a v square. With the help of this we can write v square taking a square root. So root of 2gm upon R. Now we can write this equation in terms of small g. For that we are just multiplying and dividing by the small r. So v is equals to root of 2gm upon R. This is as it is, just we have multiplied and divided by R. So here r into r, it is becoming r square. But you already know the g is equals to gm upon r square. So here instead of this we are writing a g. We will get this v is equals to root 2gr. So this is the equation for escape velocity. V is equals to root of 2gr, and we have got here one more formula, that is v is equals to root of 2gm upon r. Now we are going to find the orbital velocity. Orbital velocity is also known as critical velocity. Let us try to understand what is the orbital velocity or critical velocity. Here the orbital velocity or critical velocity is the minimum velocity that must be given to satellite. So it can be revolved in a circular orbit around the earth. So the orbital velocity is what? It is a minimum velocity that must be given to satellite, and it can be revolved in which orbit? Circular orbit around the earth. Now let us try to understand the derivation of it. For that we need a centripetal force and gravitational force. As you have learned already about the centripetal force, that is the force which is attracted towards the center of a circle is known as centripetal force. Its formula is mv square upon r. The gravitational force also you know we have already learned. So we will just put the formula of gravitational force and centripetal force. Here we have to consider the radius of earth. R is equals to r plus h. So we are just putting the formula of centripetal force, that is mv square upon r. But instead of r we are putting r plus h. The gravitational force is what? gmm upon r square. So here we will take instead of r plus h bracket square. So here we are comparing these two forces. Here small m and small m is getting cancelled. We can write the equation for a v square. This r plus h, it will be go to that side. Observe carefully. V square is equals to gm upon r plus h bracket square into r plus h. So this r plus h and here is r plus h square. So it is getting cancelled. We are getting only v square is equals to gm upon r plus h. Here is a v square. We can write the v. V is equals to what? We are getting root of gm upon r. So here one condition you have to know: if the satellite is revolving close to the earth's surface, at that time we have to consider r plus h is nearly equals to r. So instead of this r plus h we can put r. So we will get this formula: v is equals to root of gm upon r. So this is the expression for orbital velocity, or you can say a critical velocity. Now we are going to discuss about the time period. So what is a time period? The time period is the time taken by satellite to complete one revolution around the earth, and it's called its period, that is a time period. We are denoting the time period by the letter T. So what is the definition? The time taken by satellite to complete one revolution around the earth. So here we will see its derivation. Here for that we are considering the simple formula of velocity, that is velocity is equals to displacement upon time. So what is the displacement here? That is 2 pi r, because you have to know the circumference of circle, that is 2 pi r, and the time we are denoting by the letter capital T. Here the velocity, now only we have discussed the derivation of orbital velocity, that velocity we have to take here. The formula of orbital velocity is a root gm upon r. Displacement is a 2 pi r and the time we have taken it is t. So we can write the equation for a t. So t, it will become to this side 2 pi r into root r divided by root of gm. So here this r raised to nothing is present means 1 is a present. This is root r means it is half. So r raised to 1 into r raised to half, that we will take r raised to 1 plus half, and that is nothing but r raised to 3 by 2. So instead of this r root r, we will put r raised to 3 by 2. So just observe t is equals to 2 pi r raised to 3 by 2 divided by root gm. So we will take a square of this. This is the equation for a time period we have got. Now we are going to prove the Kepler's third law. As you know already, that is law of period, that is a square of period of revolution is directly proportional to the cube of semi-major axis. So how it is, just try to understand. We have got already the equation for a t. Now do the square of this, that is t square is equals to 4 pi square r raised to 3 by 2. Here we were just doing the square of this term, so it is coming r raised to 3 only. Root of gm, we will get here gm. Just we have done the square of this term. So here if we will keep 4 pi square upon gm is a constant, so we will get the relation t square is